Hey everybody, it's Wendy. Welcome. I'm so excited you're here today because I have a really fun birthday boy card for you. I made this card totally with the masculine, boyish look in mind, but the funny part of that is I literally have nobody to give it to. I don't have a 5-year-old birthday coming up. These are all of the supplies that I used on the card, and I think that they are really easy, simple supplies to pick up and have. This crazy cake stamp set is super versatile. Okay, for the card itself, I'm using the Delightful Dijon as my card base. And then I'm using a piece of Whisper White cardstock that's already been embossed with the Lucky Stars embossing folder. And it is cut at 4 by 5 1/4. And the card base is cut at 4 1/4 by 11. And it also was embossed, the front of it was embossed with the Lucky Stars folder. I am using Delightful Dijon and Dapper Denim ink to create my cake. And what I've done is I've pre-mounted all of these cake pieces onto a clear acrylic block so that it would make it really quick to just grab them and start stamping. And I'm just going to build my cake from the bottom up. Now, in this instance, it really doesn't matter kind of where I started the cake. I could have started at the top and worked down because I'm going to be cutting the cake out. But in some cases, depending on what you're doing, it's really good to try to start at the bottom and go up so that you kind of have an idea of how much space this cake is going to take. And of course, it's totally dependent on how many layers you want on the cake. So this cake is so fun because it's really wonky. It's kind of uneven and goes back and forth, and the colors are just fantastic for a little boy cake. And if I had a little boy, I would want his cake to look just like this. This is so fun. So I'm alternating between the two colors. Some of you may know, some of you may not, that Delightful Dijon is going to be retiring this year. It's leaving us. And this color is really taken some time to grow on me. I used to refer to this color as baby vomit and or baby food or baby poop. That's really kind of what it reminded me of. However, I love it now, and I'm so sad that it's going, and it is such a great color for masculine cards. So I'm kind of sad to see it go bye-bye. So if you want any of these colors in cardstock, the inks, re-inkers, I highly recommend you get them now before they hit that retiring list, because once they do, they're going to sell out and it will be over, and that will be it. So I'm using the Numbers stamp set, and I could have used the framelit here, but I ended up just hand cutting it. And I'm stamping the little number NO with a period to signify number 5 for my card. And you can see, sorry about that. You can see where I've already hand cut out the cake. And then I have to stamp some candles. So I'm going to stamp a set of candles in the Dapper Denim and a set of candles in the Delightful Dijon. And I realized my little absorber cloth was not near me, so I ended up having to just kind of wipe the stamp off on the white paper there, which worked out fine. In a pinch, it can work. And then a little tip for you, you do want to stamp these kind of even if you're going to be punching them out, because it just makes it easier. So I'm just going to cut away the bottom there so that they'll fit into the punch. And then I'm going to fussy cut out the little flag that will go next to the number and on top of the cake. Now, I really debated trying to figure out some little animals to go on this cake because I thought it would be really cute to make it look like the animals were like sitting on the cake or part of the cake. You know, those crazy fancy cakes that they make on like Ace of Cakes and Cupcake Wars and all that stuff. I thought, oh, it'd be cute if like little animals were climbing this cake or something, but I did not have any that would work appropriately to go on the cake. Plenty of them would have worked to go by the cake, but that really wasn't the look I was going for. So anyway, I digress. Here I am punching out the candles from this really awesome candle punch that's in the occasion catalog. And then I realize, oh, my blue candles need to be punched over in the same place that my Delightful Dijon candles were just punched. So I'm using Post-it note tape here to extend the length, basically, of this little piece of paper. And I don't know why, but I could not get it to fit with the paper or the Post-it note that way. I had to remove it and put it at the top, and then it went in fine. So you're just basically lining up the candle sizes with the cutouts and then punching. So super easy. And this really makes a fun way that you could get a bazillion different colors of candles. You could punch every color of the rainbow out of here by doing that. You could also punch them in solid without having to stamp them first. And you'll see a little thing I do here later that kind of gives you some idea of what that would be like. So now I'm just using my handy dandy foam tape that I get on Amazon to mount this little cake. And sometimes I use it, sometimes I use dimensionals. If something's really large, I usually use the foam tape because it just is faster, really, because it's larger. But for most of the things that are small, I just use my little dimensionals. I absolutely love dimensionals. But for really big stuff, I just tend to gravitate towards the foam tape. So I just use a little fine tip glue there to glue down that little number. And then I've got some little, and this is where my dimensionals would have come in really handy, and I did not have them sitting next to me. So then I was annoyed that I used this foam tape because it took me longer. So that's why having lots of different little adhesive tools hanging out in your craft room is really a good practice, because it just kind of depends on what you're doing as to what kind of adhesive to use to adhere things down. So I've got my little pieces of foam tape on there, and I definitely wanted to pop this number 5 up because my cake is popped up. So I wanted it to kind of look as though it was like attached to the cake and possibly part of the cake. I tried it out over the top of the cake. It just didn't look very good. So I ended up not doing that. Now I need candles on top of my cake. And so I am going to be adding 5 candles because it's a 5-year-old birthday. So funny thing is, normally when I create cards for videos, I always begin with the end in mind. I think, okay, what occasion do I have coming up? Who do I need to make a birthday card for, or a thank you card for, or something along those lines? Well, I did not take that approach this time. Instead, I was like, I really want to make a masculine, like, little boy birthday cake. I don't know why, but I did. There's all my little flames coming out of the top of the candles. I just punched those in solid Delightful Dijon. That is my card. So I'm probably going to be giving this card away over in my email group. If you're not a subscriber, make sure you subscribe to my emails. You can do that by going to my website and signing up at the top of the screen, or over on the right hand side, there's a little picture of me and I ask for your name and email. You'll get some fun free tutorials. And then I also will have an exclusive video on Wednesday showing you another design I created using the same stamp set. And that's only for my email subscribers. That will not be going out on YouTube to everybody else. I try to do something exclusive pretty often for my email subscribers. So please make sure that you sign up to get my emails. Okay, that completes my card for the day. I hope you enjoyed our time together. I always enjoy creating videos for you. You can click on either one of the videos you see here in order to go to those videos and watch them. I appreciate that. Click on the little round circle that has my face in it, and you will be subscribed to my YouTube channel. If you are on a device, you may not be able to click on the little circle. You might have to actually go to my channel to subscribe. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today, and I hope you have an amazing Monday and rest of the week. I'll see you Wednesday. Bye-bye.